I went into the Supply Corps in the Navy, and I was stationed in Philadelphia for 6 months, and then sent up to the Harvard Supply School at Cambridge for 4 months. And then I went from place to place in the States for about 10 months, and then I was sent out to the Pacific. I volunteered to go to sea duty, and I got a billet on in supply on the USS Randolph CV number 15, which was a huge carrier. The flight deck was the equivalent of 3 football fields end to end. It was the biggest type carrier, the Essex type carrier, and it was the largest carrier that ever got into combat in World War II. We were going in and we were bombing targets. We'd bomb for about 3 days. Our bombers would go in and off our flight deck and bomb for about, then we'd go back out and get more ammunition and more fuel, and then go back and bomb some more. Of course, the war came to a quick halt when they dropped the atomic bombs in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Now, we were getting ready to attack Japan with a huge fleet. They were getting ready to land on the coast of Japan. And one of our ministers visited with President Truman at the Truman Library in Independence, and he said, "Did you ever regret that you dropped a bomb in Japan?" "Oh no," he said, "we would have had 500,000 casualties there if we'd invaded." Now, the first target would have been the carriers. So they would have, as soon as they knocked out the carriers, we have now lost all our airfields. And if our planes are out there, which they probably would be, they just either have to ditch them or land in Japan. The carriers would have all been hit. The report was that the Japanese had 2,500 kamikazes and 2,500 trained pilots, and all set to attack us in the invasion. I'm sure at least 2 or 3 of those kamikazes were labeled "Get the Randolph." As soon as they knocked out the carriers, they had complete control of the air. When you got complete control of the air, you can imagine how devastating it would have been for our people. So, I wonder how many women and children were killed so that I could be sitting here talking to you today.